Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. This is LolaAjisafe here. New season 3, episode 1 of Put a Ring on It. Actually, sorry, is this finger? Is this one? Put a ring on it. All right, season 3, episode 1 of Put a Ring on It. Before we begin, housekeeping rules. Please don't forget to like the video. Appreciate all the likes you've been getting. Keep them coming. Now, I always know first episode, I'm reviewing it right here. So please hit the watch. Next thing, more importantly, don't forget to drop a comment. These are always interesting because we have the concept of the canceller here. And last of all, you subscribe and you're still checking up with me. Hit the subscribe button. All right, let's begin. So we get introduced to 3 couples. All right, and it appears that all these 3 couples have been dating for 3 years, so that these ones are linked properly. And it seems like all kind of similar problem, same problem, different angles, different. Anyway, to begin with, so the theme here is that they're all stuck. And Dr. Nicole says something that makes a lot of sense. She said, "You people are stuck. Why? Are you stuck or you just refusing to move?" Boom. All right, so that phrase, I'll use that to lead into the first couple. First couple, Shea and Alfonzo. So my impression of these two is you've been dating for 3 years, yeah, and he said he's not ready. I'm just thinking, like, if he's not ready and he knows how you feel and it's been 3 years, then maybe you need to be ready to move on. I'm sorry, be ready to move on. It's I don't want to make it sound real simple, but really it's that simple. And sometimes you may need a minute to process that and be clear and take it in take it in. They're either not that into you, they want something different, or they, even worse yet, they're just kind of keeping you to hold a space until they're ready, and most likely not ready for you. Like, how are they going to keep you on lock for 3 years but he not ready? I don't know. I just don't I keep hearing and seeing stories like this, and it's not working for me. And I'm not even in it. It's not working for me. You don't know, so you just want to sit there and be waiting for you to figure it out. Anyway, it goes on further that they were engaged, then he called it off, and then he took his ring back. The story is over. It's over. We're finished. With this, I'm done. Shea and Alfonzo, I'm done. I'm done. First of all, if he called it off, he had no business collecting the ring. How did he collect the ring from you? There's a story here. I want to hear the story. How did he get the ring from you? And he called it off. Or what happened? Then it says, say somebody, mother, she don't know the mother. Maybe she know the mother. Okay. Sound like the man's mother is a part of the mix too. It's all the things in the dark will come out in the light. Let's see, but it's just consistent. It doesn't look good. Dr. Nicole mentions to them that it's gonna be okay. That now she has a different way of attacking this. That she's going to have them dating each other, and then Shea acting like she's surprised or she doesn't like it. Okay, guys, this is season 3. You signed up for this, so you already know this is going to be it. I don't know if they told you to be surprised. Producers, don't tell them to look surprised or have an attitude with it. It's not working because they weren't forced to do the show, and they know the premise of the show. It's not the first season, this season 3. So they've seen 2 seasons go by where this is the principle. So I don't want to see anybody surprised. I don't want to see anybody with an attitude. But I'm already seeing surprise, and this is we 5 minutes in. Houston, we have a problem. All right, let me keep this going. So apparently, Dr. Nicole says, this time she's going to let the women get the first date in. So she's getting ready, then they introduce her date comes up. His name is Brown with the tight pants with a cuff at the ankles. I'm just saying, at this point, Alfonzo he's Alfonso. I keep calling him Alfonso. Alfonso is feeling good about himself right now because he knows that's not her type. Because you look at Alfonzo. Alfonzo looked like Rick Ross. And then you look at Brian. Brian looked like one of the Backstreet Boys. Like he trying to be recruited for one of the Backstreet Boys. They're completely different. She's not gonna be interested. I'm just speaking for her. I don't know. She might be, but at this point, I don't think he's interested. Like, Rick Ross never been seen in tight pants. Rick Ross definitely don't cuff his pants at the ankle. Like, that's. I don't know. I'm tired of that. Like, I know you'll tell me how you think. I'm just gonna go off on a tangent right now. This tight pant that these our boys are wearing, I don't think it's particularly attractive. I don't think it's stylish. Like, I don't think you as a man need to wear pants where I can see the outline of your wallet, your phone, and all your credit cards in your pocket. It's not a style for guys that, I understand the slim European cut, but this one that you people are wearing leggings and call them pants. Like, come on. You're not going to dance class. You're not going to work out. Like, look, why are you wearing pants that I can see, you can count your change in your pocket? And then they'll be tight and then they'll be short. Just wear shorts then. Like, you wear pants that are above your ankles, swinging at your ankles. It's not cute. Okay, I'm moving. I'm coming off. Clearly, you can see I don't like that style. It's just not for me. Like, yeah, European cut, cool, but this not cool. Anyway, he comes to the house. Alfonso is looking all, like unbothered because he look at the guy and say, I size the guy up and say, guy, he's not my mate. Alfonso look at him like, this guy, you're not my mate. I'm not worried. But when they leave, bro, I feel like Alfonso a little bit shook because he closed the door and looking like confused, like what next? So I think he a little bit shook, but he kept his game face on, and rightfully so. So they go to this place called Spin Art. Wasn't aware of it. Like, okay, you know what? I wouldn't say I wasn't aware of it because it don't take that much. You buy like little, COVID costumes, tell them to wear it. You get a spin table for clay making, and then you get a spray thing to. But anything to make something. So anyway, somebody's trying to sell that idea, and hopefully they're not charging too much for it. So it's spin art. Maybe I'm just not amused. Maybe it's a thing. But anyway, so they do that. She gets to know the guy. They find out that maybe during lunch she finds out that he's a piano player. Okay, now I'm intrigued. I'm a little interested now. Okay, and he was a pastor's kid. He's a PK. They seem to have that thing in common. Families getting together. Really, get a close knit family, and that resonates with her because apparently at this point in time she doesn't really have a relationship with Bra's mom. Like, she met the lady once, and word on the street is that the way she even met the lady was a mistake, and we'll go into this into the next scene. So anyway, round table, at the end. So what they do is, we know the theme for put a ring on it. There's 3 couples, and each half of the couple will go out on dates. And then at the end of this, they will all meet up, have a discussion, like a round table discussion, break down the dates, how they felt about the dates, how their partner felt about the dates, and just what insight they got from their reactions from each other. That's typically how it rolls. So now we've just kind of done the date for Shea, and so let's do the round table for them, and we'll do that for each couple. All right. So with her round table discussion, she says that first thing first, she put out there like, first of all, I don't have a good relationship with his family, or I don't even have a relationship with his family. That doesn't float with me because I come from a close-knit family and we do things together. And then she now goes on to tell us the first and only meeting with his mother occurred. Apparently, he was dropping off his kids at his mother's place and went in, and 5 minutes went by, 8 minutes went by, 10 minutes went by, 12 minutes went by, 15 minutes went by. I'm thinking it might be summertime, like, maybe she had the AC on, but she was hot. So she said, bro, like, why he keep me in the car? Like, I'm the Uber driver. So what I'm gonna do is gonna walk to the door and say, sir, what's up? So she walked to the door. She walked in, and she find out that the house she was in front was actually his mother's house. He didn't tell her that. He just, wherever I told her. So she walks in and like, oh, that's my mother. Like, no, he didn't even introduce her. The mother spoke to her, but he had nothing to say as to explain who she was to him. So the mother meets a lady with her son, and the son did not give her a title. That is a telling. Can I wave? I need to buy a red flag. That's a red flag. Red flag, red flag, red flag, red flag. He did not introduce her to his mother. Even when she walked into the room, he had no title for her, and so didn't say anything at all. And that was the last time they met. He did not, broker any other meeting. Anyway, so everyone's looking at him like, bruh, you need to explain this, what's going on? And then he goes on to say that actually the problem here is that his mother is close to his baby's mother. So he's his child's mother. So I believe the last relationship he was in, the lady who had, a kid for him, the mother is still close to the lady, and so they still hang out and do things. So he know that his mother is not about that life, and so she's not going to welcome Shea. So he's keeping them apart. He's not putting his foot down to, I don't know, maybe he's waiting, but it's been 3 years, so it's not even a case. If it was a 6-week relationship, I understand him just letting things be, but it's been 3 years. This is when he needs to tell his mother, Mom, like, this is the lady I want to be with. Or does he want to be with her? That's the question. That's just like, because one thing, the mother can be a certain way, but when you are now encouraged, you're not putting a stop to it, you're not putting your foot down, like, that's not how it's going to work. It's like, and you're not treating her well either. Like, where are you, mommy's boy? Are you scared? Why are you behaving like that? That don't make you a masculine man. Like, if you run and you scared, like, you scared to tell your mother, like, I've been with this woman for 3 years. Put some respect on her name. Like, he not doing that. Like, he acting like a little boy. But anyway, keeping it moving. Another thing she mentioned is that he had told her that he was going on vacation. No, so he told her that he was going on a work trip. Turn out he went on a covert vacation with his baby mother and his family. Yo, how many red flags have we found out here? Like, I think I started talking about red flags from the beginning of this monologue. And this is episode 1. I don't know what else there is to do here. And so Dr. Nicole breaks it down. She's like, look, you're not giving this relationship, she doesn't have an identity in this relationship. He's like, what do you mean by I don't have identity? I gave her a ring, but Jazz took the ring back, right? But you have not, your mother doesn't recognize her as your woman, as your girlfriend, as your meant to be maybe fiance. Mom don't recognize her. She only met that one time, that that chance meeting, and it's not happened since then. That's a problem. I think the second problem I want to hear is like, and I guess they'll get to it. They don't want to rush it. They want to get us in slowly. Like, why they break up? Why did he, break the engagement and collect his ring, but they're still together? Shea, I'm saying right now, off the cuff, like, you acting like you need him more than he needs you. And when you give him, I'm sorry, in relationships, there is a power dynamic, and when the person on top is not mature enough or is not invested enough, and when I say the person on top, the person who doesn't feel, it is not like a feeling like desperate, if he's not mature, if the person is not mature enough, they're going to manhandle you. And so hereforth, Shea, you're being manhandled because you're acting like you don't have options. Why are you there? I didn't say, no, I'm saying it. Move out. Are you not moving out because you don't have a way to pay for it? Like, I don't know. Because I'm sure they're great times, but they're key things that have been mentioned that you sat down and you waited it like a genie. Like, you're there like, okay, give me more, give me more, give me more. No, and no. Like, you mentioned a couple of things already that should be it for you. And I don't mean forever, but at least for him to get to his senses and then come back and beg you. But you staying there taking it. Like, you show up. Like, so now you've taught him how to treat you. You taught him that it's okay, that he should continue. Because you're not going to go, you're going to stay there. So he's going to do you anyhow until you go. Or until he gets tired, or until he matures. Is that how you want to spend your time? Then you're going to wake up one day at 39 and ask yourself, why am I here? What's going on? And I say this to say, I don't know, we're going to see the story, but that's what it looks like right now. Next couple is Otis and Shalana. They've also been dating 3 years. All right, so Otis say he liked a girl because she's strong, but the strong is a problem, and it's a plus. So it's a minus and a plus. Like, I don't know if we call her stubborn, but yeah, she's like, anyway. Shalana, his girlfriend, feels that, they have poor communication, and she doesn't feel like the guy listens to her. She's not heard. He's dismissive. He's harsh. He's this. And her problem too, he has this thing with traditional gender roles. Okay. I just want to stop right now. So if you are clear that the two of you have a problem with traditional gender roles, that like he believes in traditional gender roles, like your place is in the kitchen, my place is out there in the office. When I come home, I'm just giving you like a summary. It could be different. Like, when I come home, you collect my briefcase and then you make sure the food is hot, and then you make sure you do all the housekeeping, and I put my feet up, and then I get to that whatever. Like, if what you guys have defined as what his understanding of what the gender roles are, and what his preference is. If there's been an understanding and you understand that this guy is for gender roles and you're not, what are you looking for there? I know it's easier said than done, and it's easier, a bird's eye view looking into it is easier, but I'm just asking you, what are you thinking is going to be different? Do you think that man is, I'm not saying man, he's not a small boy, it looked like he's in his 30s, so he pretty much is who he is. So you think you're going to change him into what? Into somebody else? If he has an idea of gender roles, and if his idea of gender roles does not match with yours, what do you want? What do you want Dr. Nicole to do? To make him not believe in gender roles? So that already is me the problem right there. You already know that he has this idea for traditional gender roles. So let's not just say gender roles, traditional gender roles. But you don't agree with that, which is why it's come up. Okay, let's keep this train moving. And he says something key here, which falls in line. He says that he wants her to be softer before he proposes. That's softer, aka he wants her to be feminine. He wants her, to be, and the guy too, and forgive me, I'm pointing fingers at the woman because I'm a woman. But the man too, let me point my fingers at him too. If you as a man know that you believe in traditional gender roles, and the lady you picked doesn't agree with it, what? Why are you wasting her time? Either she is or she isn't. You know what they say about if you're sitting on a pot, either bloop or get off the pot. Like, don't just sit there and occupy the pot. Like, that's the same thing. Like, bruh, why are you sitting on the pot? Either use it or get off. Don't just sit there. That's what's going on. Because, like, bruh, you believe in it, she don't. What are you waiting for? Like, okay, with the case of being feminine, that's something that we have lost as an art because of, the rat race. We're all trying to do, everybody working now, so things have changed. So that can be a discussion, I think. And she can tap into that, I think. But have you told her that? That's the question. You told us that you want her to be softer, you want her to be more feminine, but you did tell her. Okay. So I'm coming for both of you at this. Okay, fine, fair enough. He said, so clearly he wants to lead. He considers himself masculine. I don't know him, so I'm going to use the word considered. Allegedly, he's masculine. He thinks he's masculine. At this point, it's like seeing properly. He wants to lead. Does she know that? Does she agree with that? Like, I don't know why you're having different ideas. This is 3 years in. Like, you guys didn't, like, when did you guys have discussions? Are you having discussions? And I think the beauty of a show like this, or shows like this, it should give us a bird's eye view into our own lives. Because don't be fooled, me talking about this is like, I also am looking like, okay, when did I do that? And didn't think it through. Like, somebody for all this period of time, but never had real conversations to decide what are you and what am I, and does it fit? Does it gel? So I'm not just pointing fingers, it's something for all. I think the beauty of these shows is for us to see the parallels in our own lives and actually try and fix them. And it's not just meant to be entertainment. I'm not just meant to sit here and eat popcorn and be amused. No, I'm meant to sit there and be like, okay, when did I do that? And reshuffle and fix, adjust appropriately. Anyway, going on. So she's going on a date with a gentleman, Meta. He's from Namibia. That's, bro, what's up, bro? But he don't look like a type. I can tell her right now. Like, the rest of this season, they're not trying to tempt, or they don't. So let me put it like this: as the first set of dates, they're not trying to tempt the couples yet. This is not tempting for her. I'm sorry. Like, maybe a nice guy, but he's not tempting for her right now. Like, he stands next to Otis. He looked like Otis' junior brother. So we already know this is not gonna happen. Otis was doing a little too much, like, stand here, you've already seen the guy, like, when you guys stand together, you're not the same. So why are you acting like this? Are you doing this for the camera? Like, dude, why are you doing this? You already knew what this was when you signed up for the show. You had an attitude by the way she was dressed, this or this. Like, that's the problem. When you're having an attitude up front, I'm having a problem with you already because you know how the show is. But I guess maybe you're just doing this for the cameras. I don't know. But anyway, go on the date. They play a little soccer. You took her to kick ball, put her foot on ball. You didn't even give her food to eat. His name is Meta. I'm going to call you Mr. Namibia. Nah. Wrong. I'm happy you brought her flowers. That was nice. But how you going to have her, be on her feet for like 20-30 minutes and you didn't think you needed to give her refreshments. And that, I think that was a poorly planned date, but I think maybe production does this. They set this up. So anyway, she gets home. Brown man Kenneth or Ken, brown man Otis is making some salmon and some veggies. Big, huge salmon. He sees her. She comes in with some flowers. Immediately, problems start. And with the cameras, I ask myself this: is he doing this comfortably because cameras are rolling and he's not like this, or is this even a watered down version of how he behaves when he disagrees with something with her? That's a problem. Either way, I don't know. It's a problem either way, but I know they do this, make it sensational for TV. So maybe they've told them, I don't know, to send the principal first, but still want to hone down on the principal, because he sees the flowers. He's like, okay, it's a sign of disrespect. All right, he throws the flowers in the trash. She didn't take them out. She left them there. Why are you still talking? He's talking, making noise. Yeah, my thing is, why he signed up for the process? Like, if he knows he can't take it. To a point where he said she's not eating the food out. He said that she's not going to eat out what he made. She had to go and heat up something else. She didn't touch, no, real talk. She didn't touch that salmon and the vegetables he made. That salmon was huge, could feed at least 4 people. She didn't touch it because he said she wasn't going to eat out of it because she came home with flowers that the guy gave her. Shalana, if that's how I pronounce your name. Nah. I'm sorry. No. Say no for me right now. Say no. Say no. What did I say? I say it's a no. Their feedback on their roundtable discussion pending, to be continued. We're going to see that next week. But I'm dying to hear what, Dr. Nicole has, because this is not working for me. This is a little bit dysfunctional, mixed in with a little bit of seasoning of toxic in there. I'm not happy with this. Like, when there's a lot of mess, there's going to be a lot to learn. There's a lot of mess here, so there's going to be a lot to learn. All these couples have issues. We all have issues, but this is real. Like, why is she sitting there? It's like both parties, both attractive people, go and find your people. And I think that's, because this is filmed in Atlanta. Atlanta is known to have a real sparse collection of, in terms of dating is tough. And the truth is, when you talk about the dating thing, it is exhausting, it is tiring. But if you're walking around settling for whoever comes in front of you, and it doesn't work, that also can give you grief and create trauma. You're creating trauma in yourself because you don't want to go through the exercise of having to date. I get it and I don't get it. And I really don't get it because to me it looks like pain. Right now it looks like pain. But we're 1 episode in. All right, next couple are Kenneth and Shoddy. Straight off, I hear that Kenneth is from Louisiana, Shoddy, like, he's just like, yeah, he's from Louisiana. And then Shoddy is little. I guess her nickname is Shoddy because she's small. She said with her own mouth that she don't see him as husband material. Okay, sis, if you don't see him as husband material, why are you there? What do you want Dr. Nicole to do for you? If you already said you don't see him as husband, what do you want? Why are you wasting our time at the beginning of the season? Because you already don't see it, or you're hoping she'll change your mind. And I want to say Shoddy definitely must be in her 30s. Like, if I hear somebody who was 21 or 22 saying that, okay, you can still burn some of your time. But if sis is in her 30s already, like, why are we doing this? You don't see him as husband. I think at a certain age, if you don't see someone as husband material, why continue to date them? You're hoping for them to change. Then you're hoping for the sky to turn brown, chocolate brown. Because it's not realistic. Let's keep this going. She says finances are a problem. What do you mean by finances are a problem? So that maybe he's not making enough. I'm already hearing now that this chick, this lady, Shotty Mac is her name. She's a radio personality. Sound like she emasculates this guy, and this guy takes it. Okay, he probably, because you know what they say, when we get with people who activate our trauma to give us an opportunity to heal it. So you get whoever you're with will trigger you. So I don't know if that's what she saw in her home growing up. But if you don't know, I'm telling you now, you emasculate this man. And if you emasculate a man, he's going to be, if he stays, he's going to be a shell of who he is meant to be. And you now prevented him from going towards his goal and his purpose, because for a man to reach his purpose and his goal, he requires the woman to encourage and literally just support him. He requires that for him to get to that point. That's why when they say behind every great man is a greater woman. When you say a man who has done well, the wife, she may not have been there as the figurehead, but be sure. Look at President Obama, Michelle Obama. President Obama was very clear that his secret weapon, his secret sauce, the juice, was Miss Michelle Obama, my auntie, my Aunt Michelle. He was clear on that. He wasn't confused. People say, who would President Obama been without Michelle? I say that he wouldn't have been president without Michelle. Like, who would Michelle have married? I don't think, in my humble opinion, I don't think that, President Obama may have achieved that without Michelle by his side. Because you know how they say, one may slay 1,000, but two will slay 10,000. That's in the Bible. It's like, and it's not just any two, because the two have to be in agreement. So once you get a great partnership, then you can, take what you can conquer to the 10th power. So by yourself, you can conquer 1,000. But if you get the right partner to partner with, you can conquer 10,000. That's to the power 10. Multiplied to a power 10. That's massive. And so here right now, as this woman is emasculating this man, he cannot achieve his purpose or his goal in life. He may do some things, but he won't achieve the top of that mountain. He won't get there with somebody emasculating and telling him he's not a man, telling him he's not having material, telling him all these things. Like, nah, shorty, Matt, you're wrong. Like, if you don't want him, let him go. Let him be. Don't sit there and assault him. Because he goes on to say that she gets triggered, Sha. Why are little people always getting triggered and they excuse it? That's not like abuse to me. Like, she gets triggered. I'm not amused. Like, she gets triggered on what? She runs her mouth wild, or she starts swinging, and it's okay because she's little. She gets triggered. That behavior is not acceptable in a man, and it's not acceptable in a woman. Okay? All right, so anyway, they could do the prep, and then they give us like a little something interesting. So Shorty Max, diet is homie. Was it from, I think he's from second season. That's Hollywood. Oh no, it's from the first season. Hollywood is from the first season. So it's cute, but something I noticed, Kenneth is missing her. I feel she's a little too confident in her position with him. Ken needs to shake the foundation. But I get, based on his level of security or his level of insecurity, based on maybe his finances or the way he grew up or the way he didn't grow up, he's not, may not have a backbone to dictate, create boundaries and dictate how he should be treated. You allow, when these kind of things, we allow people to treat us the way we do. If we don't put a stop to it, doesn't sound like he's put a stop to it. Doesn't sound like he's warned her and said, what you're not going to do is this. This is unacceptable. He hasn't said that. He sat there and he's taking it. And good day, give her dinner here, take. Where's his family? If I was a sister, like, not on my block. Particularly people are not even married and you're doing this. What are you going to do when you get married? Beat him? Because some women are beating men. And the men are not considering, abuse because the woman is tiny. Until she brings a knife and cuts you one day, then you realize that, oh, that is really abuse. Okay, I'm not making it, I'm not making light of abuse or saying that's what's going on with them, but these things start somewhere. And this is already, it's not looking nice. Anyway, so let's go into something lighter, Hollywood looking real swole right now. Like he put on like another 10 pounds of muscle. Like he was always cut, but he looked cut. Like, whoop. And Hollywood has always been charming, but didn't seem reasonable. So anyway, Hollywood, and apparently she's into those kind of guys, Louisiana, hey baby, kind of thing. So it works. So they go to, it's this clay place, they, doing their little thing, their little ghost scenario, some little sexual innuendos thrown in there. And then they get talking about his experience when he did it. And he was honest. He was like, you know what, the experience matured him, and he was able to become more introspective, which is important. If he wasn't able to do that before, at least now he can do that. And introspective in that when you go through experience, or when you're going through an experience, you should be able to stop and look within and, okay, check in with yourself. What am I doing? Where am I? What can I do? If there's something going wrong, what part am I playing in this thing that's going wrong? Instead of saying it's that person and pointing fingers, ask yourself, what part am I playing? If your simple part is just because you're present, allowing it to happen, that's a part you played. And so that's when you need to ask yourself, what am I doing? So he said that, okay, that's made him more introspective, which is cool. We'll see. And then, as they're leaving, he buys her a gift. And that's like a home run for her, because I don't know, maybe her guy is not buying stuff, and so already she's blown away by that. Meanwhile, Kenneth is at home spinning out of control, like his baby's out there, no up. Hey. They're not looking good. Definitely, Kenneth is a little immature, but I think, our lady Shorty Mac, she needs to pull back. Let's see how this goes, but their roundtable discussion will also be next week. But at this point, we've got 3 couples, and with all these problems, it means we have a plethora of material we can use to learn from. So it is looking like it's going to turn out to be a good season, because people have some issues, real issues. So guys, end of episode 1. This is going to be an interesting season. I want to use this opportunity to congratulate my boy Kojo and my girl Crystal. They'll be hosting the after show, and I believe it's Monday at 2. Correct me if I'm wrong, but check your local listings. There's going to be an after show, and they're going to be hosting on YouTube. So please don't miss that as they break down and discuss the show again with Dr. Nicole. So it's going to be all 3 of them. I'm looking forward to it. Even if I'm at work, I'm going to sneak on my phone and watch them. All right, guys, it's been real. I really appreciate you watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Lola, over and out.